In today's pet advice, it's flu season for us, but did you know dogs can get the flu as well? Dr. Travis Gratton from University Veterinary Care Center is joining us to help us understand canine flu. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Let's start with just how does the canine flu compare to the flu that we experience as humans?
Certainly, dog flu is an influenza virus, and so it shares a lot of the similarities with the human strains. Highly contagious. If you get exposed to it, you are probably going to contract it. It is a respiratory infection. Predominantly, you can get GI symptoms, cough, congestion, snotty nose, those types of things.
Well, it's not something I think we often think about, but what you touched on some of the symptoms, but what are some other signs that we could be watching for?
Yeah, it's part of the kennel cough complex, which there's a number of bacteria and viruses in dogs that create that particular disease, and it's one of them, but it's one of the more severe ones as well. High fever, lethargy, loss of appetite, you can get the vomiting, diarrhea, and you can get bronchitis and even bronchopneumonia as secondary.
Which dogs are more susceptible to getting the canine flu?
Just like with human influenza, it is about exposure risk, and so those dogs who go out and about with other dogs, and our dogs today are traveling more and more and more. They're on planes, they're going across the country, they're going to sporting events, but certainly dogs who go to boarding facilities, grooming facilities, daycare centers, bark parks, any of the athletic competitions where they're going to be sharing air or be in the same environment where other animals have contaminated that environment with the virus are at risk.
Let's talk a little bit about prevention. Is there a vaccination for canine flu?
There is, and currently in this country we've got 2 strains of canine influenza. It's been stable for about the last 5 years or so, and it makes the vaccine much more effective, where about 85 to 95% of vaccinated dogs develop suitable protection. They may still contract the virus, they may still spread the virus just like people, but they're not likely going to get any severe diseases.
Now, is this something that other types of animals and pets may also experience as well? Is there a flu for cats, for other
certainly there's influenza viruses in most species. The dog one actually mutated out of horses. One of the dog strains mutated out of horses. The other one came as an avian influenza in Asia. Cats can contract the newer strain of canine influenza, and it's typically in the shelter situations where there's high densities and concentration.
Okay, well, Dr. Gratton, thank you for sharing that with us this morning. And if you'd like more information about University Veterinary Care Center, head over to universityvetcare.com.